We are live. Welcome to the stream tonight, everybody. Advocates for Justice Paralegal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors, and tonight we're going to talk about several things. I'm sure you guys saw those in the listing thing. Hey, before we get started, you guys, if you're coming from Facebook, please go to the link shown across the bottom of the screen and give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook name, or you will show as Facebook user, and we'll have no idea who we're speaking with. So if you could do that, I would appreciate that. So tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to start out with the unpleasantries and get that out of the way. And I had a situation come up with a student that enrolled in my course, and I'm going to share the conversation with you guys, but I removed his name, any names out of it, because I'm not trying to do that, but I do need to make the point here. So if anyone else feels this way, I hope they handle it different than this person did. So hang on a second here. I'm going to do a screen share. Okay, this is a screen share. This person sent me an email and said they were confused, and they listed out all of the things here that's going on in their case, and they wanted me to tell them who they were supposed to put as the number one defendant. And I don't look at all your stuff. I don't look at your paperwork. I don't look at your stuff. What I do is I tell you what you need to do. Like in this case, I told him that he needed to sue the person who signed to steal his property. And in his own message here, he says right here that this person signed the complaint and hired the prosecutor. And then all the rest of this stuff is done after the fact. So I didn't even read all that stuff because that's not what I do. I let you know what you need to do as far as what my program is, and then you guys have to figure out which person you need to put where. And if you can't do that, then I'm thinking you don't understand, and you're going to struggle. And this was his response to me. 1287 for some documents. I can't even join the Facebook, and that's not coaching when you can't even tell me the order of things. But okay, thanks. So I don't know if you can tell, that kind of pissed me off. I don't deal with drama. So I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. I don't deal with drama. With the work we're doing here is too important to be worried about stupid shit. I'm sorry. I don't deal with drama. If you can't figure out what you need to do based off of the instructions that I give you, I don't know what to tell you. And this person, I was like this close to just clicking the button and giving him back his money. And I haven't heard from him. So maybe he's still mad. I don't know. But that's the thing. If you're going to come at me with some crap like this, then I'm just going to give you back your money and let you go do your other plan, because you must have a plan B. That's what I'm thinking. You must have a plan B if you're acting like this. And, one of the things that bothered me was I paid $12.87 for some documents. So he hasn't been to the online course probably and looked at all the stuff. Are you kidding me? The course is half price on sale for $12. So you paid a little over $1,000 to save your property. Sounds like a good deal to me. But anyway, that's the deal. I don't look at your stuff. If you have questions, you can ask those questions before you get your stuff filled out. I don't look at your stuff. I don't tell you exactly where to do and what to do. I already know how that goes. When I tell you, oh, well, you need to do, then the next thing you're going to call me back, then you're going to be emailing me again and everything. I'm going to have to tell you everything. And that's not how I roll. So If you have a problem with the way I do my coaching and run my program, you just let me know, and I will give you your money back. And when I refund your money, you'll be locked out of all of the documents, even the ones that you already worked on. They'll be dissolved. That's the way my website is set up. It's set up that way for people who try to scam me and get my stuff, and then call the credit card company and tell them that, you know how some people know how that. Some people know how that goes. So my website is set up to protect me from that. If you want your money back, all you got to do is ask. You don't have to come with me with stupid shit, because that's not going to help you. Yeah, I'm going to stop this screen share maybe if I can figure out how to do it. Okay. Welcome to the show, Michael J. Kaufman. And thank you. I'm doing pretty good. We're done with the unpleasantries, and so now we're going to move on with some stuff to help people. I just want to make sure that people understand that I'm not going to put up with a bunch of crap. If you got a problem, you just tell me you want your money back, and I'll give you money back, and we'll be done. I'm not going to put up with drama. I'm not going to be doing all that, that ain't going to happen. So if you are fearful, you need to get your shit under control before you communicate with me. That's what I'm going to suggest, because I don't really have patience with people who are so scared that they can't figure out what they're supposed to do. They can't listen to someone telling them what to do, and they still want someone to hold their hand. Well, you're in the wrong program for that. I'm just saying. Welcome to the show tonight, Mike, and we're going to get rolling here. So one of the things that I want to cover, a couple of things, but one of the things I want to cover tonight is we want to cover what you guys need to know to block the eviction process. Oh, wait, before I move on to that, there's one more thing I want to touch on, the Facebook group. Now, I have people emailing me and being grumpy because I won't let them in the group. And most of the time, the people that are now, I have several groups. I have a page that I opened up for the online course, and everyone's allowed to like that page, and you can ask your questions in that page, and that's where I post most of my stuff in that page. The foreclosure rescue group is a group that I used when I first started putting all of this stuff together, and the people in that group are well advanced, and new people get lost in it. And if you stop and think about it, these people have been in the group for years. I don't want to hear who to add to sue. I'm just saying. But the main thing is people get lost in the group. I can't keep up with with the new people in that group because it's just too many people. Now, at the end of the day, it really don't matter. I'm a stinking coach, and I'm saying you're not getting in the group. That's the end of that. I didn't even want to hear no shit about it. So you guys need to make sure you understand that. Now, the foreclosure, the new online course DIY group is open. All you have to do is just like the page, and then you'll get notifications. I had to change this because the group with so many people is getting out of control, and I had people in the group who like to hear themselves talk, and those people were trying to help other people and telling them the wrong thing. And then I have people trying to get in the group because they think it's easy because they get to listen to what other people have done, and that's not the way this goes. In the group, I'm the one that answers the questions for the most part, because it's my non-conventional program that I structured. Now, there are some people that can answer a few questions, but for the most part, I'm the one that's going to answer your questions. So you don't really need to be in the damn group. You just need to be able to communicate with me on Messenger or whatever. So that's it. A lot of times people are watching the videos from 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and those videos, oh yeah, get in the group, whatever. Well, that was a long time ago. Things have changed now. And most of the people that are in that group now that are active are paralegals, and paralegals that are helping other people. And so that group is closed right now. Sometime I let a paralegal in there if they get him online course. But that's the way it goes. So if you got a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Now let's go ahead and move on to what you need to do to stop the eviction process, because this is this has come up a lot, and it's going to be coming up even more. So stopping the eviction process. In order to stop the eviction process, you must file your counterclaim. The lawsuit that you get from me, you'll change the heading on the top, and you will add the judge and the attorney that's initiated this to it as a plaintiff, as plaintiffs, and then you will file that counterclaim in the eviction process. But what you want to do is you want to file it in state court. Now, eviction court most of the time is done in JP court or municipal court or one of those other courts down the street. There's a reason it's down the street. The reason it's down the street is because that court don't have jurisdiction to do squat. And you can check your court clerk's manual for your state, and you will find out that the municipal court gets its jurisdiction from a city ordinance. And when I read that, I was like, what the hell? What corporation can give yourself judicial authority? Well, this is what they've done all day long in traffic court, municipal court up the street. Has anybody ever wondered why the hell that court's up the street and not connected to the state court? So here's the thing. When you file your stuff in eviction court to address them violating you, they're just going to sit on it. They're not going to do anything with it. Think about it. They're not connected to anything over there. So as long as you file it and go sit and wait, they're just going to run you over. And people don't get that till the last minute. What you have to do is you have to file your counterclaim in the state court. Now, here's the thing. The state court is not going to tell you, those guys down there don't have nothing to do with us. See? So when you go to state court and you tell them, hey, I want to file my counterclaim against the eviction court judge in the case that they filed, the eviction case that they have on me, I'm sure you guys have records of it. That's how you do that. I'm sure you guys have. So you could just add this and then maybe get me a hearing with a different judge, because I'm suing the eviction court judge. And now we need another judge, and we need to be in a real court because that court don't have jurisdiction to do the things that they're doing. Bang. And that's how you do it. If you don't do it that way, then the eviction court is just going to take your stuff and laugh at you until they get around to sending the people out to your house and throw your stuff in the yard. So that's pretty much how that goes. Now, a lot of the people get wrapped up in filing your stuff in eviction court and doing all of that without backing yourself up and moving that stuff over to the court that's going to make a difference. And that's the court over there where all the real stuff is taking place. So that's one of the big things that people lose track of or don't understand when they're in the eviction court process. The eviction court is fraud, and they're not going to help you do crap. So in order to jam them up, you need to stop them by filing your counterclaim in state court against the eviction court judge and the attorney that started that crap in the eviction court. And then you need to get your lawsuit filed in federal court. You're only filing that crap in their case to blow it up and give you some time to get your lawsuit filed in federal court, so they're not throwing your stuff out in the yard. That's how we do that. Welcome to the show tonight, Dylan. So the most important thing is adding the judge to your counterclaim as plaintiffs. So, and one of the things that I like to tell people, because sometimes people get confused with all the jumping around that, that I have you guys doing. So you're the plaintiff if you paid to file the action. If you did not pay to file the action, then you're the defendant. Now, in my program, you're not going to be a defendant very long. You're just a defendant until you set their shit on fire. And then you're going to be the plaintiff from there on out, because that's the way we roll. So we had a few challenges come up last week. And one of them, I think people are getting confused about the affidavit of state citizenship. Now the affidavit of state citizenship in the real world would protect you, should protect you if they don't have an inter party, because you're not subject to the statutory jurisdiction without an inter party if you are a citizen of the state you're born in, or to be more clear, if you're not a U.S. citizen. So you can be from another country or whatever and still be have the status that you need to not be a U.S. citizen. That's the thing. But look, here's the deal. The reason I added that in there is because I have people that are being harassed by the police. So if you process your affidavit, your application through them, and you go through that process and get your passport showing that you are a state citizen of the Republic state you're born in, then you're on the do not detain list. So when the police pull you over, they won't be able to harass you unless you injured somebody or damaged the property. So pretty much when they run your name, you'll come back on, it's like having diplomatic immunity or something like that. You'll come back on a different list. On the real list you're supposed to be on, and they're not going to bother you. And that's the reason why I put that. And the reason I'm bringing it up now is because I have people that are spending a lot of time trying to get that done and stick that, even though I don't mention on the damn instructions that you need to be using it. So I don't know. Okay, did you watch the instructions? Because I do not mention in the instructions that needs to be the first thing that you, or anything in the front or whatever you're doing. So people need to understand, until you get your lawsuit, until you get that counterclaim filed in their face and your lawsuit filed in federal court, you're exposed. Okay, your pants are down. I'm just saying, you're exposed. The affidavit of state citizenship, the jurisdiction challenge, all of that stuff is not going to help you if you're close to the edge of the cliff. If you're close to the edge of the cliff, you need to use your brain and get the stuff filed that's going to give you a little bit of a reprieve and let you be in control. And it's not the affidavit to challenge the jurisdiction. It's not because they're not going to pay attention. They're not going to pay any attention to anything until you sue their asses. That's pretty much it. Now, I made some changes to the online course. I also made some changes to the credit card lawsuit package. I'm actually changing everything over so that it states a claim. And for you guys who already invested, and I have several videos on my YouTube channel that teach you how to state a claim. And basically all you do is just itemize everything out in individual sentences. It's pretty easy to do if you stop reading in the paper bag and take a look at it. It's pretty easy to do. So, and when you're ready to state your claim, you need to make sure that you're stating your claim from the document in front of your face and not all the crap that they want to argue about. Okay, you never want to go into court and argue what they want to talk about. That's not going to help you at all. So you guys keep that in mind. And that's about all the value I'm bringing to the table today. I didn't have a lot to talk about. I've been a little under the weather. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I appreciate you the privilege of sharing your time. If you guys find value in what we're bringing to the table here, please make sure that you subscribe. Click the bell so you get notifications when I post stuff or when it's time to rock and roll. And also leave a comment and hit the like button, because that's very important for YouTube to know I'm bringing value to the table. So thank you, guys. See you in the next video.